Hello, Kirby families. I wanted to jump on today to talk to you guys about the expanded notation method. It is a new method of division that we talked about today in class. And if your kiddo was trying it out at home, I wanted to give you some ideas or some insight into how this method works. So we learned the place value sections method yesterday using the box. This one is very similar to that one, but instead of actually using the box, we're going to expand on more of this house method. So I'm going to start with my hundreds place first, just like if I was doing my area model. And I'm going to try and figure out 6 times how many hundreds is going to get me as close to 738 without going over. And a trick that I gave the kiddos is if we know we're starting with hundreds, we're going to go ahead and put 2 zeros here. We're going to try and figure out what is the hundreds when multiplied by 6 that gets me to the closest. And so another tool that we gave them is if you can't think of it, just start at the bottom. Start with 100. So 6 times 100 is 600, so that's fairly close, so that might work. We're going to try another one, go up 1. 6 times 200, oh, that would be too big, that would be 1200. So we're going to go with 1. We're going to go ahead and multiply that out, so 6 times 100 is 600. And we're going to find the difference, 8 minus 0. 138. So again, trying to picture that area model. We did our hundreds. Now we're going to move over to our tens. And again, I'm trying to give them that hint. We're going to put a 0 here because we know it's going to be a tens. We just don't know how many tens. And we're going to do the same idea. 6 times how many tens gets me the closest to 138 without going over. And again, if they can't think about that number off the top of their head, they can start at the bottom. If they did 6 times 10, that's only 60. That's not very close. If I did 6 times 20, oh yeah, 6 times 20, that's 120. There we go. That's the closer option for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 because 6 times 30 would be 180, would be too big. So again, I'm going to multiply that. 6 times 20, 120, get my difference. I have 18. And so then again, thinking of that area model, hundreds, tens, ones. My last answer is going to be in the 1, so I don't have a 0. And I'm trying to get the close without getting over. 6 times 3 will give me that 18. Find the difference. It is 0, nothing left over, nothing else to do. All of these up here are my partial products that would have been on the top of that box. I'm going to go ahead and add them together. 100 plus 20 plus 3. And that gives me my answer of 123. Okay, so the big thing just to remember here is just what are these values when multiplied by 6? That gets me the closest, not just how many hundreds fit in here, because then that would be a 700, and that gives me too big of a number. And we're trying to really relay that back to that area model. That's that visual that's really been helpful for them, remembering that if this was a box right here, 6 with that area, 6 times what gets me to the closest answer on the inside. All right, I know it's tricky, I know it's different, but if you have any questions, please let me know, and good luck tonight.